There. Can you guys hear me now? Still no audio. What the motherfuck? Let me see. Oh, okay. I can hear me now, so you guys should be able to hear me. Alright, let me mute my monitor because I don't want it to echo, so that means I can't hear myself in the stream. So can you guys hear me now? Hopefully I didn't just like mute the mic along with my volume. So hey, how's it going, Dog Pound? Again, hey Robert, hey Ramsey. Okay, cool, wonderful. Alright, so this way I can still look at the chat. You guys can hear me. Okay, I can turn this off now. Alright, now what I need to do is, let me see. Let me figure this out real quick. Find a way that I can add the chat to OBS so that I'm viewing the chat can be seen through the OBS and all right, how the fuck would I do that? Yeah, again, so you know what, before I do this, let me go ahead and explain to you guys kind of what's going on. So for those of you who already know, I stream from my phone predominantly, and my videos are filmed predominantly through my phone. It's Samsung Galaxy S7 Edge. A lot of you have known that my screen has been broken for a while now, but the other day it took a hard drop, and now yeah, it's pretty much looks like a partial psychedelic shell. Unfortunately, my contract is not done with Sprint till I think the end of January or sometime early February. So I'm kind of stuck with the phone, and the unfortunate part about all this, this is right now, it looks good right now. Sometimes it gets worse. Sometimes it completely flashes and whites out, so it makes it really difficult to see what I'm doing with the camera, whether the camera's working. And because I can't reset the brightness in it anymore, the battery dies extremely fast. So I'm a little assed out of luck there. Okay, I gotta. All right, I want to keep looking at the chat. Here, pop out chat. There we go. That's what I need. I'm gonna pop out the chat. Alright, that's cool. I didn't know you could just pop out the chat like that. Alright, so here, let me just close that up. I don't really need to see myself, as long as you know, I can see you guys talking. We're good. We're good. Okay, well, hold on. Let me see how that looks. Alright, that doesn't look too bad right there. See, why don't I? Can we hide? Let me hide the taskbar. Show taskbar buttons. Okay, fuck all that. I'm not gonna do that right now. But okay, so I can do this. I can pop out the chat. That's pretty much where I want it. Where is my test page right here? Okay, this will be my test page. And I guess I could just position that there, and this will be like the browser where I can show you guys stuff that I want to talk about. So the main goal I'm trying to do right now with all this is I'm gonna have to work from the office to make any videos or do any live streams. I might do something a little different. I'm thinking about doing maybe talking a little bit about the news. I I got a plane passing by. That could be it. Okay, let me see. Okay, I'm not going to be able to actually close OBS fully because I do need to see kind of what I'm doing. Shit, is there any way I can just make this one screen rather than two, like it's split off like this? I guess not. Okay. I'll just check on that from time to time and go from there. But yeah, I'm thinking about doing maybe something a little bit more newsy, where not completely, where I want to take topics that's going on in local news, maybe in the world, national news, kind of things like that. Maybe just talk about them here and there. Do something new with my channel. It's not an uncommon format. There's a lot of people out there that have a news kind of format where they talk about what they're going on through the news, or what's going on through the news. But I figure maybe it's time I gave it a shot. So this test is basically for that. I want to be able to pretty much have a different, have an outline for the channel. I mean, if everything's looking how it is, you got my face here on one side, you got the browser, you know, on the other side. Which, by the way, I want to ask you guys, how is the browser size for you guys? Does it look good enough there? Run OBS between a second monitor, you can separate and switch between them. Oh, okay. Good to know. But I'm at the office. I'm at my work office, so that means I would have to put money into getting another monitor. I don't know how I'd hook up another monitor too. But I don't know how I'd hook up another monitor on here because this is an all-in-one PC. You should be able to. So let's see. Robert, does the thing look tiny? Basically this part right here is what I'm concerned about. I mean, where the browser is and where the chat is. I mean, can you guys see that well? And I'm mainly trying to ask anybody who's looking at it from a monitor. I'm totally gonna understand if you can't really see that shit through your phone. You know, phones have a 4-inch monitor, 5-inch at best. So that will be the only problem with this kind of format, is that this format will be more catered. Oh, not, you know, it'd be more how does it say, more better looking to those staring from a computer or a tablet. Well, you know, I can mess with the settings a little bit. Let's see what we can do here. Let's bring the OBS screen back up. I could shrink myself down a little bit here. Oh, you know what I could probably do is I can probably capture chat. New. Keep that. Try that. Let's see. Oh, okay, there's chat. So, why is it doing that? No. I want to learn how to do this. Well, Sir MC, this is pretty much what we're. You want to learn? Just keep watching. That's what we're doing. Let's learn together right now. Hey Z, I am learning how to work with OBS right now. As I was telling the guys earlier, I kind of want to change my format a little bit and maybe do something like newsy, media-like. Okay, let's probably just do that scale window shit. Let me see that one. No, it's still gonna keep it at that. So I'm trying to make a format here on OBS that OBS Studio. Well, okay, it's an old OBS. It's OBS Studio 21.1.0. I have not updated this OBS since I've installed it. oldest advice I got on OBS was to pretty much not update it. I tend to notice that everyone starts having problems with OBS the moment they started updating it. So I just went the route of, you know what, I'm not gonna update my OBS, and I'll go from there. Okay, increase the size a little bit of this. Alright, how about that, guys? How does the okay, let me take this let me take the OBS screen out. I can minimize that now, since you guys are now pretty much a part of the oh, wait, transition. There we go. Okay, how does that look, guys? Does that look better? Hey Roger, how's it going? Hey Rick. Okay, let me go back to that format. Okay, shit, I still need to fucking see the chat to interact. Yeah, there we go. Trouser trout, black cod. What are you? Oh, okay, someone's going ice fishing. Don't update, erase from PC, and install version 22.0.2, otherwise the programs stall each other. You catch those small ones with this. Okay, you guys are talking about ice fishing. Dog pounds actually talking about OBS. Oh, okay. Well, I might. You know what? Because I don't want to make this computer the main computer I work out of for this. So I'll probably install the latest OBS on another computer. Unfortunately, my home computer. Oh, my home computer can do it. My home computer is designed for gaming, but I need to update the RAM. I only have 8 gigs of RAM right now. I need to bring it up to at least 16, but I like to bring it up to 32. Rick, I am not Chinese. I do not know how to use an abacus. All right. That's stupid. Anyways, all right. So, I mean, I think I'm stuck kind of. I think I like it the way it is right now. Yeah, I do think Dog Pound's got a point. I gotta get it. I do gotta get another monitor. Got another monitor so I can keep this part away from the rest of it, and yeah, have it on a second desktop setting kind of thing. So okay, yeah, I'll have to do that. But all right, the format is kind of the basics for what I want. So now the other thing I do want to test out is I want to do an intro video every time before we start the stream. OBS is the program that I am using, Ramsey, to do all of this. So basically the browser area here, the chat being here, you know, the simple background black, you know, with the lettering, Joys of Sorrow, my social medias, where you can find me, all that. But a lot of people do use this on YouTube for live streaming, and it's actually pretty cool. We're in a laptop and second monitor with OBS. Well, you know what? Yeah, I mean, laptops have a way of running second monitors. You know what? I don't have an HDMI out. I do have a DVI out. Ugh. But either way, I guess I'm gonna have to do that. Now I'm wondering, you know, on Amazon actually I can find probably a small 10-inch monitor, because I don't have to have a big monitor. So it's something that I could just bring in with me and bring out, because I'm not gonna leave it here at work all the time. So yeah, if it's like a 10-inch monitor and I could just plug it in and you know what, Dog Pound, you got a good idea there, man. I might have to go that route. We'll check on Amazon to see what I can do on that. Now, as far as like outside of the office kind of stuff, I do have a fake GoPro that I can actually use to make videos, but again, that will be more of my edited videos and stuff like that. And I have to admit, I've been very lazy not bringing it out, and that really should be to make more videos. But live streaming from the phone is just so easy, and I'm a lazy fuck, so doing everything from my phone is perfectly lazy for me and makes me perfectly happy. So I will have to put more effort into making content now. I do want to bring guests if I'm going to start doing this format on the show. I'm thinking of doing this as a regular thing at the very least. I'm thinking twice a week. Thinking making it a Tuesdays and Thursdays ordeal. I haven't thought about who I should bring in as a guest yet. I am considering getting the co-host. I don't really talk to anybody or know that many people though who'd be willing to do co-hosting, and the time schedule could be conflicting. I'm looking to do the time slot of around 10 or 11 a.m. Pacific time, somewhere around there. I don't want to jump onto Tommy's his devotion stream, which either way is really early in the morning for me. I don't want to pretty much step on Cause's toes at his stream times. His stream times seem to be anywhere between 8 and 9:30. I mean, he did have one recently that was late, but Cause is pretty good at sticking to his schedule. I mean, there's a couple people that I have in consideration of thinking. I do want to, probably for one of the shows, I want to do weapons as a topic. So I'm thinking maybe getting Voodoo Ninja, talking to him, maybe see if he wants to come by on that time, that particular day to host a show with me, and we'll see how that works out. Time will tell. Time will tell how it'll go. But I do want to, again, give it a format. It's going to be news related, so we'll talk about the local news, or national news, or international news, the big topics of the day or the day before. That'll always be situational. We'll give our opinions about it. We'll give the story pieces, and then from that, maybe only concentrate for about 20 minutes. I'm thinking the show maybe should be an hour at the most. I don't want to make it any real longer than an hour. So I'm thinking maybe the first 20-30 minutes to concentrate it on news. And then the next 10 to 15 minutes or 10 to 20 minutes can be about, we can talk about ourselves. For example, have a co-host. We can talk about what we're doing. YouTube time, real life time, whatever the person wants to discuss, or if we have a deep topic to talk about in regards to the news that we were talking about prior, or if there's just something in general that we want to discuss deeply, that would be the time to do it. And then maybe the last 10 minutes, 15 minutes, depending on how well it works, we could do viewers' questions. Look through the chat, and yeah, they are killer noisy. Unfortunately, I'm in I'm in an industrial building, so that is something that I actually gonna have to figure out. I do have a cheap mic system at my house, but it's a cheap, old school, big, poofy, soundproofish looking headphones, and then the big old piece at the bottom. I could probably use something like that, and probably will end up using something like that. I'd rather find a wireless one I just bought that one because I got Fallout 76 and there's no real typing talk option. You have to either use voice or use a little avatar that comes with. So yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking Tuesdays and Thursdays, anywhere between, let's say 10 and 12, 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. Again, we'll talk about news, current events. The first segment, and a second segment will be deep topic or what we, myself, the co-hosts are up to. Third will be, talking to you guys, and answering whatever questions you might have or anything that you want to discuss. I think it could work. Hopefully, an hour is not too much. And pretty much go from there. If I do end up getting a co-host and it works out, then we'd have to discuss, since it would be a Tuesday and Thursday ordeal, obviously one person would host it one day on their channel, and the second person can host it on their day on their channel, and so on and so forth. That way there's fair coverage, and then both the co-host and I can grow in subscription count if we entertain people. Obviously if there's more than one co-host, something else might have to be worked out, and we'll go from there. Pretty much, it's the only thing I can really think of that. So, anyways, since I'm already streaming already. I had some time to kill. Did you guys end up seeing Voodoo Ninja's video on weapons and whatnot? On his homemade weapons? Who is calling me? No one I care to talk to. Okay. Let's go back to... So, alright. If you guys have not seen Voodoo Ninja's channel or his videos, or one of his latest videos, okay, hold on. I might be. There he is. All right. There's Voodoo Ninja. Voodoo Ninja came out with a video pretty much where he basically shows us how to make a homemade weapons. So what the fuck did I just do? Exit from the screen. Okay. I don't know what. Oh shit! I can't hear it. That's right. Can you guys hear it? On Sunday's community vault show. Yeah, you can go ahead and do that, Doug, huh? Can you guys hear his video? Barely? Yeah, you can go ahead. Can you guys hear shit videos? Hey, you too. Hold on, that's gonna cause an echo. Volume is up. Hold on, let me see OBS here. Capture desktop. Okay, here we go. Maybe if I raise the desktop audio just a little bit.
What's up, everybody? Mrs. Ninja comments, and I'm going to be showing you. What y'all say so?
Okay. Now I can't hear him because if I do, it'll start.
Sorry, guys, I don't know how to work this thing.
Can you guys hear him?
The camera holder.
All right, so I'm gonna let a couple of y'all get in here.
Better? Okay.
We're gonna make some homemade weapons together. We're gonna take these items here.
Mm.
There's been a lot of drama going on. We're going to make some weapons, for when you run out of bullets. Stuff like that. Thank you for the thumbs up, Pimperlicious.
Yeah, I have to put up the volume just a little bit so that I can
I know you guys are busy.
pretty much listen to what I'm saying, but I do want to give a few comments on some of the stuff that he was
Sorry, guys, I don't know how to work this thing. I'm just the camera holder. Girl, I would have to agree.
Alright. We're going to take these items.
Okay, hold on. Something.
And we are going to...
I need to cut the audio
make
on
some
this
weapons. For when you run out of bullets. Stuff like that. Thank you for the thumbs up, Pimperlicious. Alright. I know you guys are busy tonight.
That's
let
weird.
Mrs. Ninja take back
The audio's still running.
of
Okay.
the camera.
Hold on. Let's refresh that and try it again. There we go.
What's up, everybody? Mrs. Ninja comments, and I'm going to be showing you
What's up, everybody?
how to make
Mrs. Ninja
homemade weapons
and
for
I'm
when
gonna
you
be
run out of
showing you,
bullets. People how to make homemade weapons for when you run out of bullets. They'll pop up. All right, so I'm gonna let a couple y'all get in. We're gonna make some homemade weapons.
Doing a
We're gonna
double
make some
echo like
homemade
that.
weapons together.
Alright, I don't know why it's doing that. You know what? I'm going to go here. I'm going to go straight from here. I already know that this is working. Hopefully this doesn't fuck up the chat for me seeing it. Hey, somebody type something in the chat. Type 1, 2, 3 in the chat if you guys can still hear me. Hopefully I didn't just lose the chat because I cut that okay, cool. Alright. I lost the chat. Alright, so let's go this way.
So yeah, I hope you guys
Okay,
have a good time.
I'm getting no echo this time here, alright.
Hey, nobody got nothing to say. Rock and Roll Life, baby. Voodoo Ninja channel. Voodoo Ninja's channel. So you're all welcome. Dear you. Anyways, how many people we got up in this? 2, who is it?
I don't know how to check that.
Hey, you two. We're going to take these items here.
Okay, so let's take a quick look at the items that Voodoo Ninja is suggesting that we use as weapons. Nails, chains, a carabiner clip, and some tape. Okay. Okay. Hold on. Let me try messing with the volume settings. Now my mic is all the way up. That might not help. There. All right. Let's try that.
And we are going to make some weapons. You know, for when you run out of bullets.
The whole running out of bullets thought process, I mean, it is a reality, guys. In a survival situation, there is the reality that you will eventually run out of bullets, especially carrying a gun. Now, you can do a lot to prepare yourself and mitigate yourself for situations like this, such as carry enough ammo. And notice that I'm saying enough ammo, not a shit ton of ammo. And let me know that stopped the echoing. Another thing you can do is, for example, carry a reloading kit with you. It's not that difficult to reload a bullet. And if you have, stocked up about at least 500 rounds of ammunition, you really actually have about 1,500 rounds of ammunition, so long as you have extra black powder, bullets, primers, a way to clean the brass up and to refit it. Brass bullets can be reloaded anywhere from 2 to 3 times safely, so long as the pressure loads that you put in them are standard or manufacturing standard. Nothing really hot, nothing really super powerful, nothing really red pill as they used to say in the gun community. And another thing too, if you were to step down in the technological level, hey, saved by Jesus, if you were to step down in the technological level and actually went back to something like black powder guns, such as a flintlock or a caplock firearm, there's really should be no reason for you to run out of ammo, because you can actually still today get lead ball making kits. You can melt your own lead. You can easily through a fireplace. They have the molds stuff that you can pour the lead into and make your own ammunition. Now, you can make your own black powder, but it would be a little more difficult for the common man to do it. But it is possible and it can be done. Running out of bullets is a concern, but probably not as big as one to warrant, this type of preparation. I mean, there's a lot of things that you can do for cheap. There's a lot of ways you can arm yourself affordably before going to something a little janky like this. Obviously, beggars can't be choosers depending on the situation you're at, and obviously having something like this would be better than nothing. But there are some things I do have to disagree with Ninja in this video.
Stuff like that. Thank you for the thumbs up, Pimpalicious. Alright. Okay. Alright, well, here we go. We're about to start building weapons with voodoo. In 1 minute.
Okay, first thing I'm going to say is your bed is not the best place to make a weapon. You want a place with a stable surface. So honestly, guys, even in a situation like this, if you have to make your own weapon, do it on the floor. The knives that I like, the Nepalese kukris, they're on the floor. They're made on the floor. Most of these guys are on the ground doing their work. They're not in these nice benches standing up or doing most of this shit. They're doing all their work on the floor, on a wooden floor, on a semi-paved semi-smoothed out, not like good concrete, but concrete nonetheless kind of floors. But yeah, you want solid ground to build anything in general.
No, that I run. No haters, please. I got this blade here. I've been really wanting to do something with it. It's just one piece of steel, made in China, but it's K6 steel. For all the people who don't know what K6 is.
Okay. So he mentions that the steel is K6. Let's go ahead and look up this steel. Knives.com. Alright, here we go, guys. So, Hungary. Huh. Low island cold work steel used in files and other cutting instruments, high working hardness but very little corrosion resistance. When heat treated properly, makes very good utility knife blades. Okay. Alright. So we know the steel's decent. That is good to know. The little corrosive resistance is a little concerning, but if we look at the blade, hold on, let's get a better still there. The blade has some kind of coating on it. Okay.
Made in China, but it's K6 still. For all the people who don't know what K6 is.
Working to be self-sufficient. That's up, Pimpin.
What's up, working to be, brother? Dirty South, baby. True Dirty South.
No, I do have to say,
anyway,
though, oh shit. I didn't mean to do that.
Effort into this.
If you
all
could, right. Ladies and gentlemen.
But, you know, protect your family. That's what it's all about on my channel. Stick up for yourself. Have honor, loyalty. Stick up for yourself and your family. Okay, so we're gonna make some freaking weapons right now. Homemade weapons with
serrations. Now there are those machetes and
right here I have some
back serrations.
2 1/4, 3-inch nails, something like that.
Work,
what we're gonna do is we're gonna take one.
Have to be of a certain. The serrations have to be lined up in a certain manner.
3.
Best thing I can give you, for example, is if you have a chainsaw at home, look at your chainsaw blades. Look how they line up.
5.
With how they how the
6.
meshing works. How when they move, they just
7.
It's not a direct line cut. It's
8
really
nails.
For me to explain.
Okay.
Okay, so this is where he starts making his
Get yourself some tape. This is just
some with tape.
Love Z said, "What's up, Voodoo?"
What's up? I want to be there and not work. The very first 2. Okay.
Let's see. Let's see. Where did he finish it? Where did he finish it? Okay. It's somewhere around there. Sorry for the echo. I'm trying to listen to the video so that I can just make whatever points I'm doing. Again, this is more of a practice for me than anything. I do want to actually have a discussion with Voodoo online in regards to weapons. I probably, I'd actually like to get him on for the first show. Thinking about asking him. We could cover some topics, and then we could actually start talking about knives and stuff like that. Okay, why am I... fucking kidding me, right? Why am I freezing up? Alright, let me refresh this. So I was at 11:42. 11.
What's up?
Alright, 11:41. There we go.
And the concentration comes in. Go around once, one way. And then go around the other. Okay? This is Caltrop / Ninja Star alone.
Okay.
Okay, let's see what this will do by itself. Mrs. Ninja, would you join me? Caltrop / Ninja Star alone.
To stop the echo. Okay, so there is his Ninja Star. Guys, this is not gonna help you. I'm just saying that straight out right now. That is not gonna really do much, even in a pinch. And let me give you guys reasons why for it. First things first, modern clothing is not as weak. The materials that we use now is not as terrible as the shit was in the past. Reason things like Ninja Stars worked in the 17th, 18th century was because the Japanese population didn't really wear a lot of thick clothing. Now they wore layered clothing, and obviously in the winter they would wear thicker clothing, but my majority, a lot of their stuff was silk. A lot of their stuff was a very easily tearable fabric. They didn't have modern nylons. They didn't have denim. Very, very soft stuff. So that stuff wouldn't even catch something with an edge. It's anything with an edge, even a jagged metal edge, would easily cut through it. Thorn bushes, just a branch can easily tear their clothes apart. And it's not like that today. The average person in this country wears jeans, guys. Jeans, believe it or not, you can probably make a makeshift crude body armor with just layers of jeans. My reason for saying this is look at the standards for ballistic testing for firearms. One of the requirements is that you have to shoot through 4 layers of denim. Okay? Now, why is this? It's because, well, denim is a very tightly laced layers of fabric together, and in multiple layers, they can actually be very strong. You know, there's a reason why a lot of field workers wear denim, because they're not going to get their knees or their thighs or their legs cut up in the field. You know, denim is very, very strong stuff for, you know, very common things of nature. I mean, it's unfortunately that denim is so heavy, because if denim wasn't, denim would still be a very popular clothing material for people who do nature stuff and hiking stuff. You know, there's other materials now that are much that do better than denim, and that are a lot lighter than denim. For example, ripstop is the material that's used for making the military uniforms, or the BDUs is what they call them. Ripstop is much thinner than denim, but is almost just as strong and as tear-proof as denim. So a lot of these nails might actually just not go through it. With denim, there is an even better chance that if you try to throw it at somebody's leg, it's not going to go through. Or at the very worst, what will happen is it'll poke and then pop out, because only the tip would have pierced the denim, but it wouldn't have gone enough in to actually hold in, into the leg. The tape doesn't make it any solid either. If you guys know, Ninja Stars are basically one piece of metal. They usually are a one piece of metal object, and when we look at, when we look at Ninja Stars from medieval Japan, here's some good examples right here. Regardless of whatever shape those stars took, those are more modern iterations. This would be more practical right here of what was actually available at the time. But regardless of what shape they took, they all have one thing in common. They are all made of one solid piece of metal material, or whatever material that is that they were made of. They are not multi-piece like that. Something like that will fall apart in a heartbeat. So, yeah, Voodoo Ninja, I'd have to disagree with your Ninja Star there. I think that would kind of be setting people more up for failure than success. No offense. Let me see, hit my live chat.
Okay, let's see what this will do by itself. Mrs. Ninja, would you join me?
Also, another thing, guys, a cardboard box is not a, echo. A cardboard box is not a good testing medium, even for penetration. The best way to test for cutting capability, at least if you're gonna do something like old primitive style, tatami mats. Get tatami mats, roll them up, cut them up, sit it on a bamboo. A more effective test would have been if you threw it at like water jugs. I mean, it's not realistic, but it would have been more effective, but it probably bet you it wouldn't have worked. But cardboard isn't that effective as a test. And here's another thing: if you really think about it, what if he had flattened the box? And you've actually flattened the box and actually just thrown it at the flattened box. I actually don't think it would have done much damage, because they would have had 2 layers of cardboard to have gone through.
All right, we have a. best 2 out of 3.
So
Let's see.
take a look at these again. Okay, that's him making more. Now, I can recommend you a better alternative. Make your own. You guys, all a Ninja Star really is a piece of metal, if you think about it, with points and sharp edges. I will dog pound. I will. Like I said, I'm just gonna put that in a note on a new computer, not on this thing. This thing doesn't have the kind of power that I really want to do in the long run. I gotta just update the RAM on my computer, and I'm pretty sure I can do a lot better in my computer at home. As a matter of fact, once I do that, I'll do some gaming stuff. That's really what I'd like to get into more too, as well as do some gaming videos. But that would be something separate from the Tuesday and Thursday thing that I'm planning out. But yeah, my best suggestion, guys, if you guys want to make your own Ninja Stars, is go get some flat pieces of metal from Home Depot, cut them with a grinder, with shears if they're thin enough, and then sharpen the edges. Sharpen the edges as much as you can. That wouldn't help you. Let's see now.
And I'm gonna take these.
There is something else I wanted.
And then I'm gonna stick it like all antennas. They do work.
Okay. Sorry if I start echoing again, guys, but I do have to hear a little bit of this, what he's saying. Oh, son of a bitch, really? Alright, refreshing.
Ray said you could also drop that from the drone.
Okay.
I suggest an ugly stick. Go and get your... Okay. Now, people don't realize, but I'm sure some of y'all got your ass whooped with a switch before. Okay? A switch don't only hurt when you're a kid. A switch hurts when you're an adult as well. I suggest an ugly stick. Go and get your old fishing pole. Nothing but the tip.
No. Guys, ugly sticks are great starting rods, but they do break. Okay, I've broken an ugly stick. I've broken 2 ugly sticks, actually. I've broken one by mistake. And I've broken one on purpose. And, guys, fishing rods are not weapons. Period. Okay? Fishing rods are not weapons. Yes, they are made of fiberglass. Yes, some are made out of carbon. Oh my God, I work in the business and I can't even fucking carbon fiber. This is but they are not the same kind of fiberglass and carbon fiber that you guys might be thinking. There are different levels and grades of carbon fiber and fiberglass, and none of them for fishing will last you trying to abusively beat the shit out of somebody, because the moment you hit that thing on concrete or something harder than itself, it's going to break apart. Fishing rods are not solid. From what I understand is they are hollow. Okay, even the one-piece rods are basically made on what's called, I think they call it a mandrel. It's a big stainless steel rod, and then they wrap either the carbon fiber or fiberglass that they're using to make the rod, and it's not thick enough to be strong enough to basically go out and beat the shit out of somebody with. So yeah, fishing rods are not a weapon. Now you can luck yourself out and catch somebody by surprise and maybe swat them in the fucking eye with one. Yeah, you'd have to catch them by surprise, and most times to catch them by surprise, you would have to be the antagonizer, you know. So yeah, fishing rod is not a weapon of any kind.
Nothing but the tip, baby. Get your old ugly stick, and then you can really. Let's see what the PlayStation box has to say. Let's see if we can make it talk.
Oh, God.
Alright. Let's say you've been a bad boy and you try to steal my shit. Well?
Now, again, the box is not a good medium for testing. I will give you credit, though, because we are entertaining. However, that is not the credit. Yes, can you probably cut some skin open? Yes.
Ain't nothing like a good old-fashioned switching.
Look at the aftermath. You see the
aftermath
aftermath of what a fucking fishing pole will do to your ass?
Who's gonna let you?
It's just a fucking fishing pole.
Someone's gonna try to take that rod away from
you. Know what I'm saying?
Someone's gonna actually be, you know.
So, like I always preach on my channel, anything can be used as a weapon. That fishing pole, hold your own weight.
The one weapon that we can
going
agree
down,
on, and that is the chains. Now, chains do make a good weapon. I will not deny.
We got one more weapon that anybody can make.
However,
it's just some cheap chain. It's not even that great a chain. Okay.
Chain weaponry, or what would be known in martial arts as soft
chain,
weapons. And soft meaning that
it's not even welded together.
Item.
Okay, I can take pliers and pull it apart.
Or a knife, which is still a
it's not that great.
It's not a staff.
You know,
which is a
relativity for your use.
A flexible weapon that moves around.
So I got one. We're gonna take two.
Plus 60. All right, let me see if I can fix my audio a bit.
We're gonna take 3.
Is that better?
And then we're gonna take 4, just because.
Is that better, guys? Hopefully that will fix it. Okay, so back to what I was saying. Chain weapons, which are considered soft weapons, have a learning curve. And that learning curve, touch more, a little bit more. Okay, let me. I'm maxed out on my end. Hold on, I might have to actually. Volume mixer. There we go. Can you hear me better now? Okay, I did something there. Let me know if you guys can hear me any better or any worse. Pop yourself. I swear OBS can be such a pain. I was warned this would be a pain. I think an external mic too might just be a better idea for me. Talk over the video and I'll tell you when you are level. Okay. Alright, so let me know if I am at level with the video. Unfortunately, I can't hear the video, so. What do you think, Rick? Does this sound at level? Okay. Right. No video audio now. Shit. Okay, I think I know what's going on. Let's try this again. now what the fuck happened to this audio? Refresh again. So why the fuck did I just lose video? Audio in the video. Fuck me.
You know, Ray, I'm seriously considering attaching a blade to my drone.
Too much echo. Too much.
You know, it's a one-time deal, but it come in hot, baby. About 300 foot up.
All right, let me try that now.
Ray said you could also drop that from the drone.
Oh yeah, I'm about that drone life, baby. You know, Ray, I've seriously
All right, so let's try this again.
This is some cheap chain. It's not even that great a chain.
No,
Okay.
it's not that great of a chain. Still chain though. Still weight.
This chain
Slight echo, video, audio.
is not even
loud.
welded
Okay,
together. Okay, take pliers and pull.
How about now?
apart.
I think if I just
It's not that
maybe I just mess the audio from YouTube rather than the actual
great. So I got
sound
one,
setting. I might be able to do this right.
Take two. We're gonna take three. And then we're gonna take four. Just because,
That goes only on video audio. Okay.
yeah. Because. Alright, I got the stainless steel.
Level. Okay. Alright, so what I have to do then is for the videos, instead of messing with the volume settings on OBS or on my computer, I should mess with the echo still on the audio for the video. Okay. So then maybe there I can just mess with the audio from directly from the YouTube video and maybe do something with that. Let's see if my mic's messed up and bring my mic down just a little bit. On that one more time. Yeah, the echo I think the echo has to do more with the positioning of the mic because again this is an all-in-one PC, so my mic is right next to my camera.
Ray said you could also drop that from the drone.
I'm gonna have to get an external
Oh
mic
yeah, I'm about
to
that
solve
drone life,
problem.
baby. You know, Ray, I'm seriously considering
Yeah, there's a BB gun right there.
attaching and then we're gonna take four. Just because.
Okay. So, this was about the most decent weapon in the whole video that I think that Voodoo actually made. And basically what he's making here is a flail. A flail is a basic medieval weapon. It's usually most people know it as a stick with a bunch of chains and weights. Could be of the ball, it could be a spiked ball. It doesn't have to be spiked, but it could be that you would flail around to assault your target. However, even though the flail has a hard handle, it is still technically a soft weapon. And back to the point I want to reiterate with soft weapons, and the problem with soft weapons is soft weapons are just that, soft, flexible. They are meant to be moving. Their energy is passed down to their target by their movement. However, their very movement themselves give the user a disadvantage. You have to keep these weapons constantly moving for them to be effective. Especially, for example, a section staff chain. If you guys haven't seen like Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragons, or some of these Chinese kung fu movies, there is a chain staff, which is basically anywhere from 2 to 4 sections of solid bar with eyelets on each side. Let me see if I can bring up a picture for you guys. Chain staff. Here we go. Here's some examples. Basically, they are giant nunchucks. Okay, rather than being 2 small pieces of wood joined by a joint and chain, they are 3. Now, they were made out of wood. Some were actually made out of metal. However, these same rules still apply because they are not a solidly weapon, one solid piece of a weapon, and they are moving. If they are not kept in movement, they are not effective, meaning that they rely on movement for their power, for their striking capability. So if it's not moving around so much, it's really not doing its job. Second, it could be turned back on you, okay? And that's why these weapons have such a learning curve. It's because you have to be prepared to not only have the weapon recoil or come back at you, but there's a chance that that person can grab that weapon and turn it against you, and you need to be ready for that. The 3-section staff has that issue. Long chain weapons have that issue. The flail is probably the one of the soft style of weapons that mitigates that issue because it has a solid handle for you to go by. And now if you design the flail properly, if you notice, some flails have chains that are much longer than the actual handle is, and that was meant to be more of a range thing, but some are not. Some are actually held pretty close. Geez, I'm trying to remember. There was a book that I read back in 2009 of medieval armor, but they did mention flails because apparently sometime around when medieval armor started becoming a big thing, flails also started to become a very big thing. So I keep forgetting the book, but they were showing, they had a nice example of a flail that was only a 2-chain flail, and the stick was longer than the chain piece. I would say the chain piece goes about 1/3 of the way, no longer than 1/3 of the way, and then it had weights on it. And the reason for that was apparently I was told that, or the book told that, it was that people were realizing that knights that would try to parry with a sword or a lance can't actually just flail it away and try to strike at the person if it was too long. However, if they shorten the flail, the person can easily just bring back and whip around the flail, essentially not having to wait for that long chain to come out of the range and to bring it back into range. Also, they realized that the shorter that they had to, the shorter the length of the chain that they had to go through and actually hit something, the harder it would actually hit the individual in the armor. So and it would cause these massive indentations in some of the early medieval armor. Until they started having things like crossbows and stuff where, if you know anything about crossbows were the first armor-piercing weapons, and bolts, which are what you call the thing that fires out of a crossbow, were the first armor-piercing rounds, Then flails and stuff like that kind of just really lost their favor. But okay, now I'm going too far into other things, but that was pretty much what I wanted to kind of just test out a little bit. I'll pretty much watch this video in a little bit myself, see if I like the format or not. I do have to fix the audio issues. Rick, thanks a lot for being here, man. I also have to thank Dog Pound. Thank you very much as well. Anybody else who's stuck around. I am going to have to look into getting another monitor so that I can have the desktop a little more clean, and so that I can make sure that I'm actually streaming and I can view myself on the side, and a mic. Like I said, I have a cheap mic. I have a cheap headphone mic set that I bought for playing games, but I think I need to get myself something a little more. No, I don't want to use the word professional. A little more intermediate. There you go. Use a little more intermediate way of doing things. And I need a background. I mean, if I'm going to do stuff here in the office, I need a background. Kekistani flag so far is the only thing that's come to mind. I haven't really thought of anything else yet, but probably the first background I will be putting up is a Kekistani flag. But yeah, so guys, thanks a lot for showing up. Thank you for helping me. Wait, I can't leave just yet. Allie's here. Fancy. It's a headache. It's a headache is what it is, Allie. Blue screen it. Well, you know what? Green screen sheets aren't those green. I did see some green green screen sheets on Amazon for less than $30, and I think I could actually cover the full wall. So, yeah, you know what? That wouldn't be a bad idea. Gotta work. All right, Ali. Well, I'm gonna get going too. Hit me up on Mines. It's pretty much the only place I actually go look over my messages. But have a good day, sweetie. But a green screen might not be a bad idea. I could probably do some kind of a background, like a moving background. That would be cool. Yeah, that's a good idea, Rick. Someone got stage fright when Allie came in. No, I was actually happy to see Allie. I haven't seen Allie in a while. I think she's still here. Allie, if you're still here, you haven't deleted all your videos, have you? Or did you completely abandon YouTube, went back to real life? I have a feeling Allie's boyfriend finally went to her and she decided to live the real lives. But that's a story for another day. But yeah, guys, Rick, Dog Pound, Allie, thanks for watching. All you need is paint and one of the long fluorescent strips. Again, this is not my wall, man. I'm at the office. I'm actually trying to get rid of this office. This office is 2,000. It's just under 2,000 square feet, and we're not even using a third of it. So, but yeah, green screen, like the actual green screen sheet, I can definitely do that. That's portable. I'll fucking duct tape it to the wall if I have to. But all right, guys, I'm gonna get going because I should have been actually out of here 15 minutes ago. I'm hungry. I'm fucking hungry. All right, guys, have a good one.